Cybersecurity Monthly News, May 2025 by DuoCircle.com. Apple Airborne Vulnerabilities Enable Zero-Click AirPlay RCE Exploits. Researchers found 23 critical flaws in Apple AirPlay, enabling zero-click code execution, DOS, and access bypass. Vulnerabilities CVE 2025-2-4252 and CVE 2025-2413 let attackers on the same network hijack devices and spread across AirPlay systems. Apple has patched these flaws, and users are urged to update devices, disable AirPlay when not needed, and restrict connections to trusted devices. Lazarus Group targets 6 organizations in watering hole attacks. Kaspersky reports Lazarus hacked Southeast Asian media sites to target Cross-EX users with malware from Nov 2024 to Feb 2025. Attackers used fake software sites and JavaScript exploits to inject shellcode into Syncoast. Exe, activating the threat needle backdoor for commands and tool deployment. Patches have been released, and organizations should update affected software and monitor for potential compromise. CISA flags active exploits in Broadcom Fabric, OS, and Commvault. CISA lists 3 actively exploited vulnerabilities in Broadcom Fabric, OS, Commvault, and Qualicia Active, Mail. These flaws enable arbitrary command execution, web shell deployment, and service disruptions with fixes already available from vendors. Organizations must apply patches immediately with a mid-May deadline for compliance. DragonForce launches white label ransomware in new affiliate model. DragonForce launched white label ransomware, giving affiliates branded tools and services for 20% of ransoms. This lets low-effort attackers run custom ransomware campaigns while following DragonForce's rules, like avoiding hospitals treating cancer or heart patients. The model has already attracted affiliates, including RansomBay, signaling a rising threat level for targeted organizations. Hackers intensify scanning for exposed GitHub tokens and secrets. Hackers have ramped up global scanning for exposed Git configuration files, which can leak sensitive data, cloud credentials, and private repositories. Greynoise observed a surge to 4,800 daily IP addresses scanning between April 20 and 21, 2025, primarily targeting Singapore, the US, and Germany. Organizations are advised to block public access to Git directories, monitor for unauthorized activity, and rotate exposed credentials promptly. Ransomware uses bring your own installer to bypass ADR. Hackers found a way to bypass Sentinel-owned security software during upgrades by interrupting its update process and using that gap to install Babuk ransomware. This technique exploits the installer's temporary pause in protection, which usually requires explicit admin authorization to change. Sentinel-own responded by advising users to enable online authorization settings to prevent silent tampering. Tool detects servers vulnerable to critical Apache Parquet flaw. A newly released tool makes it easier for attackers to identify servers vulnerable to the CVE 2025-30065 Apache Parquet flaw. This issue stems from deserialization problems in the Parquet Java library's Avro module, which can allow unintended actions but not full code execution. Organizations are advised to upgrade to the latest version and restrict allowed deserialization packages. See ISA issues alert on cyber threats to key oil infrastructure. The U.S. government issued a warning about hackers using simple tactics like default passwords and exposed systems to attack oil and gas infrastructure. These methods target industrial control and operational technology systems, posing a risk of disruption or physical damage. CISA recommends tightening security using VPNs, MFA, and separating IT and OT networks. Massimo reports cyber attack delays medical device production. Medical tech company Massimo confirmed a cyber attack that disrupted its manufacturing operations and slowed customer order deliveries. Although cloud systems were unaffected, the attack impacted on-premise networks, and the company isolated affected systems. Investigations are ongoing, with no hacker group taking responsibility yet. Darkula Phishing steals 884,000 credit cards via fake texts. The Darkula phishing service stole 884,000 credit cards by sending fake text messages that generated 13 million clicks globally. It uses a message and RCS to avoid detection and relies on fake websites that mimic trusted brands. The platform recently added generative AI and auto-generated phishing kits, and researchers have linked it to a 24-year-old developer named Magic Cat. Human Rights Commission leaks documents via search engines. The Australian Human Rights Commission suffered a data breach, leaking 670 sensitive documents that were indexed by search engines. These files, containing names, health records, and other personal details, were accessed between April 3 and May 5, 2025. AHRC has since taken down affected forms, requested removal from search engines, and launched an investigation. Intel CPUs affected by new flaws that expose sensitive memory data. A newly discovered flaw called branch privilege injection in Intel CPUs allows attackers to access sensitive memory data by exploiting branch prediction mechanisms. Researchers demonstrated that hashed passwords could be stolen from protected files in Linux systems, and Windows systems might also be vulnerable. Intel has released microcode updates, and users are advised to install all firmware and OS patches to stay secure. Cyberattack disrupts operations at Marks & Spencer. Marks & Spencer suffered a cyberattack, exposing customer contact info and order history, but payment details and passwords remained safe. In response, they suspended online ordering, notified customers, and engaged experts to strengthen security. The breach is causing sales losses estimated at 43 million euros weekly, and customers are urged to reset passwords. Cyberattack disrupts operations at Nucor Corporation. Nucor Corporation was hit by a cyberattack, prompting a network shutdown and temporary production pauses at several sites. The company, which supplies materials for infrastructure projects, has notified authorities and launched an investigation. No group has claimed responsibility, and while system recovery is underway, it remains unclear if data was stolen or encrypted. Threat actors exploiting output messenger flaw in espionage attacks. State-backed hackers exploited a directory traversal flaw in Output Messenger to steal data and plant malware on unpatched systems. The attackers, believed to be Marble Dust/Sea Turtle, Oncone 1326, targeted users in Europe and the Middle East across telecom, IT, and government sectors. Sremax patched the bug in December, but many systems remained vulnerable, highlighting the need for immediate updates. Power School breach. Hacker admits to extorting student data. Matthew D. Lane, a Worcester College student, admitted to cyberattacks exposing personal data of 62.4 million students and 9.5 million teachers via Power School. Lane and his group, tied to shiny hunters, stole social security numbers, contact info, medical records, and grades after a failed telecom extortion. He faces multiple federal charges and potential prison time for his role in this breach. Cellcom confirms cyberattack caused extended network outages. Cellcom experienced a cyberattack that disrupted voice and SMS services in Wisconsin, initially mistaken for a technical issue. CEO Brigitte Riordan confirmed the incident did not involve stolen personal data, though customers faced service issues like porting and connectivity problems. Restoration efforts began on May 19, with full recovery still in progress, as customers are advised to restart their devices for a better connection. Hackers exploit email and VPN flaws to track aid operations. APT28 launched a cyber espionage campaign targeting organizations aiding Ukraine by exploiting email and VPN vulnerabilities. They infiltrate systems to monitor emails, collect data, and maintain persistent access using tools like PowerShell and EWS IMAP protocols. The attacks have intensified, prompting warnings from CISA and global cybersecurity agencies urging immediate security upgrades. Hazy Hawk Group exploits DNS flaws to take over legitimate domains. Hazy Hawk hackers hijack forgotten DNS records to create fake cloud resources that redirect users to malicious sites. They exploit old CNAME records linked to decommissioned subdomains, targeting even government and corporate entities. Organizations are urged to regularly audit DNS records and implement SPFDK, IM, and DMARC protocols to guard against such attacks. RV Tools hit by supply chain attack, spreading bumblebee malware. RV Tools, a VMware utility, was targeted in a supply chain attack where threat actors distributed malware-laden installers via fake websites mimicking the real domain. Although Dell confirmed its official sites were not breached, an authentic site briefly hosted a tampered file linked to bumblebee malware, which can deliver ransomware. Users are advised to scan recent RV Tools downloads on VirusTotal and rely only on official download sources once restored. For cybersecurity-related solutions, please visit us at DuoCircle.com today. You can call us at 1-855-700-1386 or email support@duocircle.com.